The £120,000 gamble, is becoming a UK pilot in 2026 worth it? Let's start with the elephant in the room, the so-called pilot shortage. You've probably seen the headlines screaming about grounded flights and empty cockpits, but the truth is far more complicated. Organizations like BALPA have actually pushed back on the idea of a simple, blanket global shortage. In the UK right now, it's not that there are literally no pilots, it's that there's a fierce demand for experienced captains and type-rated flight crew, while newly qualified cadets are still fighting tooth and nail for that first seat. So, you survive the training, you get the license, what's the payoff? This is where the numbers get interesting. You might expect a gold mine on day one, but the reality for a fresh first officer in 2026 is that starting pay is all over the map. At the rough end of the market, some low-hour or contract roles can still sit in the mid-20s to low 30s. More typically, especially at stronger airlines, you're looking at something more in the £35,000 to £50,000 range to start, once you factor in basic pay and some allowances. That is still a tough pill to swallow when you've likely spent somewhere between £80,000 and £120,000 just to get yourself airline ready. However, if you stick it out, the trajectory can be very steep. Experienced first officers are pulling in anywhere from £50,000 up to around £90,000 a year, and at some major carriers even nudging into six figures. Make it to the left seat as a captain at a big UK or legacy airline, and you're realistically looking at anything from around £100,000 to the high £160,000, and in some cases north of that once you add sector pay and allowances. But is that potential gold pot worth the upfront risk? That's the million-dollar, or rather, £120,000 question. You're looking at a career with immense prestige, a corner office at 35,000 feet, and eventually, fantastic financial rewards. But the buy-in is brutal. You face rigorous medicals that can ground your career overnight, intense rostering that keeps you away from home and wrecks your body clock, and a debt burden that looks a lot like a mortgage before you've even earned your first paycheck. If you're still staring at the sky thinking, "I don't care, I want this," then you need to be smarter than the competition. Don't just sign up with the first flight school that hands you a glossy brochure and a sunset photo. You should be talking to pilots who are flying the line today, not just instructors trying to fill a course. Go to career fairs, sit in on airline presentations, and look very closely at airline-backed or funded cadet programs that can reduce some of the financial risk or at least spread it out. Thanks for watching Career Chronicles UK.